Coming up on Open for Business, Charlie visits Goodwill's Career Connections program to see how they provide resources and guidance to job seekers. Kayla Miller, lieutenant with Michiana Crime Stoppers, joins us to talk about how it works and how you can get a cash reward for your tip. And Chuck and Angelo talk about all the exciting things coming to TV46 Sports and what to expect this fall. Stay with us, Michiana. We're open for business.
Hi, this is Charlie again for Open for Business at the Larry Neff Center for Career Connections, where we'll be talking to their divisional director, Jaleesa Prophet, about opportunities for folks from all walks regarding career, first steps, next steps, career advancement and success. So I'm excited about this part of Goodwill, so let's go inside and talk with her. We are talking now with Jaleesa Prophet, Division Director of Center for Career Connections. And I want to know, first of all, what is this, the overall concept?
So the Larry Neff Center for Career Connections is a resource hub for the community. You can come in at any age to receive information for job training, job employment, basic computer skills, and at 2 locations we do fingerprinting.
So when someone needs help, how does this specifically help them?
So once they walk into the Career Center, they are greeted by one of our Career Center assistants. We kind of go back with their name, sort of like a conversation base. We sign them into the Career Center. We let them know about our services and what we can provide here, and then it's based on the client's needs after that.
How is this unique? What sets it apart?
So with our career centers, we are able to tailor it to our communities. So we do have 7 locations. So within these 7 locations, we are able to really figure out what ways we need to adapt to the community and what we need to provide.
I love feel-good stories, stories of success. What are some stories that you have about that?
So in our Gary location, we had a client to come in. He was a CDL driver. He recently lost his job and he was forcing to be evicted from his apartment. So the center manager was able to provide him resources to pay his rent, also resources to help with utilities, and provide a list of job opportunities that are available. In the meantime of him securing his long-term career as a CDL driver, we were able to get him a job with Pizza Hut and work as a delivery driver until a class CDL driver came available for him. And now he's happy in his new career.
From an employer's perspective, how can an employer help or get involved?
So the employer can reach out to the Career Center manager and we're able to help them whether they need to secure employment, if we need to come in and teach their staff basic computer skills, if we need to collaborate to help applicants apply for jobs, if we need to do onboarding. So the employer would just have to reach out to one of our center managers.
I'm sure you meet with people at different stages of development, so give us an idea of the kind of skills they can grow in and job awareness abilities, things like that.
So we can start at the basic level. So basic computers assist individuals with typing, right click, left click, all the way up to Microsoft Word. We assist with PowerPoints, and then we can also get the individual into a Google support certification. So IT support, Python, so we can start at that basic level and increase their knowledge based on their interests.
What could you say to encourage potential clients out there to take that step, to go to one of your locations?
So the client can come in, there should be no embarrassment. We're here to help. We have a lot of times when clients come in, they're nervous, it's their first time getting on the computer, they have not gone on the computer in over 10 years. That's fine. We're starting them exactly where they are. You can come in at any stage, and we are here to help with any questions that they have, any community resources. So we're pretty much trying to be grounded as that hub. So if you need help with rental assistance, lights, utilities, affordable internet, we're able to grasp them in whatever their needs are, and we do not mind, we do not care who you are. We want you to come in and so we can provide you that excellent service.
Let's get into connecting the dots a little bit, because Goodwill has so many different areas, branches that connect. Give us some idea of how you all do work together and how a client could come in, learn about you, and then another area.
So once a client comes into our career centers, we have knowledge of all of Goodwill other programs. So depending on the location, the programs that are offered are a little different. So at a couple locations, we have the Excel Center. With the Excel Center, the client can come in and say, hey, I don't have a high school diploma. We find that out at intake. Once we have identified the client needs a high school diploma, we will refer them to the office manager at the Excel Center. If we have a client that comes in and we notice that the mom is pregnant and she's under the 28 weeks, through conversation, we're able to refer her to Nurse Family Partnership. If a client comes in and they are in need of veteran resources, we're able to provide them and get them connected with our program manager within the Veteran Resource Network. So we're able to grasp and work with our clients on their needs through conversations, through intake, and we're able to refer them to our other programs in the area.
We are here in Elkhart County, and where your center is connected to a store, and so clients can come in sometimes, start the process, and then also apply where there's work opportunity.
Yes, we love for people to come into our store and apply for our Goodwill positions. Our Career Center assistants will have knowledge on what the roles are and can be able to elaborate a little bit more on the open jobs that we have at our stores. So we welcome anyone to come in and apply to our Goodwill stores at a career center near you.
Jaleesa, let's talk about the opportunities that come from coming to a center and then perhaps applying for employment and being able to move up over time.
We do internal applications. So if there is an interest, so we know in the Goodwill, we have a lot of different programs. You're able to see what program may be a good fit for you to advance into the company. So once you're working closely with us, we can get you to the next level. And myself is an example. I started out as a career advisor for youth services. I then became a center manager, and then now I'm a divisional director. So we do promote within our company. We do work with you. You can start it from the store, like our CEO, Debbie, started out at the store, and now she's the CEO.
This has been exciting to learn about all that you do. So folks out there are excited as well, and they want to know about next steps, how to connect. What information can you share?
So they can reach us by email at careerconnections@goodwill-ni.org. And if you would like to go to the website, goodwill-ni.org, service option, Career Connections, and you can learn more about our locations, what we do at the Career Center, and reach out to your local Center for Career Connections.
Jaleesa, thank you very much. This has been inspiring. And again, that website is goodwill-ni.org.
Looking for your pathway to success? Introducing Goodwill's Center for Career Connections with 7 locations across the region. At Goodwill, we understand that one size does not fit all, and our services are tailored to match your unique needs. Services are open to all and may include career counseling, job search assistance, computer training, mock interviews, and more. To learn more about the Center for Career Connections, visit goodwill-ni.org or email careerconnections@goodwill-ni.org.
Jesus' instructions were simple. We are to be a light for all to see. Spread the word distributes God's word, the light of Christ, with intention and focus. We need your help to do more and to reach more people. Visit the new BiblesForAll.org website to partner with us and help shine that light. BiblesForAll.org. Give today to share the enduring word of God and help share God's love and spread the word.
Stay active and energized with the Vitality Pack from MHC Life. Remove toxins from the body with a naturally occurring trace and electrolyte mineral supplement for better focus and energy. And get a balanced combination of vitamins and minerals along with organic flaxseed oil for an overall sense of well-being. To order, visit mhclife.com or call 1-800-965-2345.
It's our community, your call. Charlie, back again for Open for Business, talking Michiana Crime Stoppers. 4 decades, and we're going to learn about the history, how you can help, what they do, the process, the very latest. And we have a very special guest in studio, Kayla Miller, Lieutenant Miller, Coordinator. How are you?
I'm doing great, Charlie. How are you?
I am wonderful, and I feel better about what you and the tradition have done going back to 1983. Many are familiar with Michiana Crime Stoppers. Tell us about the history.
So 1983 is when we started here in Michiana, but it goes beyond that. So it actually started in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it was a horrific case there. It was a murder case there. A store clerk was murdered, and the lead detective just ran out of leads, needed some help, and so he went to his background, which before he became a police officer was in the media world. And so he reached out to some friends, put together a reenactment, put that out on TV, and they were able to get some tips. So I'm giving you the short version here. But they manned the phone lines, they got some tips, and they were able to solve that crime. And what that unleashed is Crime Stoppers programs across the country. And so for our program, it started in 1983, and many people knew it as the South Bend Area Crime Stoppers. Fast forward a few years, it changed to Michiana Crime Stoppers because we really wanted to encompass all of the Michiana area and not just focus on South Bend. So here we are 40 years later serving 12 counties in Michiana, and we're just so happy to be able to still be in the business.
Well, Lieutenant Miller, I came to Michiana in 1988. And Sam Walsh was the first. You are the fourth of the directors with Dave Schock, Cindy Kilgore, and yourself. We're to this point where some people might go, well, what exactly does Crime Stoppers help with? What crimes, what cases?
So we cover any felony case. So if a crime has been committed and it's a felony, we're looking for tips that will help solve that case. But there's another side of it, which is also felony fugitives. So if somebody has a warrant for a felony crime, we also cover tips that lead to their arrest. So we kind of have two different roles with that. So we pay out rewards for anonymous tips, and that's the key. So when we're talking about what do we do, it's anonymous tips about felony crimes or felony fugitives. If your tip leads to the arrest of a felony fugitive or the solving of a felony crime, you're eligible for a cash reward. Those range from $300 all the way up to $2,500.
In recent years, you've reached a significant amount of money awarded, right?
We have. So we have surpassed the $1 million mark in rewards authorized for tips. And that is a huge milestone in Crime Stoppers programs. And I think the thing that people don't realize is not only is that money that's going back out into our community, but that's money that we have to raise because it's a Michiana Crime Stoppers is a nonprofit organization. So it is so important for us to make connections in the community because we have to raise that money to be able to pay that money out.
And we'll talk more about community involvement in a little bit, but when you talk more about how it works and how you all and your team put all this together, get more into that behind the scenes.
So we're pretty small, actually, for being such a big organization. But we have so you can submit a tip 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So there's always someone, a live person that will answer the telephone. So if you want to call in your tip, the number is 574-288-STOP or 800-342-STOP. You can always have a live person answer the phone. So we have somebody in the office that answers during office hours, but we also have a call center that will handle after hours calls or on the weekends and holidays. But we've also kept up with the times, and you can also submit tips through our P3 app. Okay. So straight from your mobile device, you can either download the app itself or through the web browser. So you could literally be sitting at a restaurant or dinner or the stoplight and see a fugitive or have information about a crime. Pull out your phone, send the information straight from your phone, and it looks like you're texting. So it's another way to just make sure our tipsters are protected. Either way, it's anonymous. We don't track telephone numbers and we don't track IP addresses. So all of those get monitored in-house, and then we make sure that there's no information in those tips that could identify who the tipster is. So if you accidentally say, my neighbor or my relative, we'll take that word out of the tip before we send it to the law enforcement agency to make sure that you are protected. Then we send it over to police. They work on investigating the tip. They give the disposition back to us, and then we'll make a note in our P3 app, which is where we track all of our tips. And then hopefully you as the tipster will call us back or check in on the app to make sure that your tip led to the arrest, because we don't know who you are, so we can't call you. So you have to remember to call in with your tip number and check on your tip.
What about recent incentives? There's always been that, and you say you keep up with the times. What about some updates there?
Yes, so we've had a great couple of years. We have a very progressive board of directors, and they are keeping up with what is happening in our community as well as just looking at the times. And they have increased the speedy reward. So if your tip leads to the arrest of someone who has a felony warrant, the reward is now $300. And they've also implemented our Victory Over Violence pilot program. And that is for a felony case that involves gun violence. So any felony that involves gun violence, robbery, shootings, intimidations, felony weapons possession, those kinds of things, then that is an automatic $1,000. And then we've also increased our reward for homicide tips from $1,000 to $2,500.
The website is MichianaCrimeStoppers.com. Final question, how can the community get involved?
So we have so many ways. Obviously, we're looking for tips about felony fugitives and felony crimes. But if you don't know any information about any of those, you can still support our program either by supporting us on social media or just sharing the information, because news travels. You may know someone who knows someone. But we also need your support at our events throughout the year. So we have two main events, and they're shredding events. So you're protecting yourself against identity theft by coming out to our shredding events, where you bring all of your unwanted documents and we shred them right there on site for a donation of $20 or more. And all of that money stays right here to support our program and be able to support and pay out these rewards.
Lieutenant Kayla Miller, coordinator of Michiana Crime Stoppers, 40 years in our area. Check out their website, MichianaCrimeStoppers.com, the Facebook page, and that number again?
574-288-STOP or 800-342-STOP.
Thank you for coming into the studios here at Open for Business.
Thanks so much for having us.
Crime Stoppers, Crime Stoppers, no one will know your name.
With your help, Spread the Word has sent thousands of gospels around the globe so that people can know God and are receiving the motivation they need through the Scripture in their hands. Together, we are building dreams, greatness, and a future. More people are waiting to get their very own gospel. Your gift of $5, $20, or $100 will help us spread the light. Help us spread the word.
We've already seen these great moments.
This angel can truly fly, a three-time regional champion. Swing and a miss, strike three. Shrap Louie for three. Knocked away by Burton. Here's the chance for the record. He's got it. Line drive, and it's in. Youngster, and explodes. Quinn Rost. Touchdown, Elkhart.
See the next great moment this fall on 46. Welcome back to Open for Business. I'm Chuck Freeby, and while I've helped host this show before, my main duty here at TV46 is as the sports director, where I now have the help of this gentleman, Angelo DiCarlo, and it's not the first time we've worked together.
Hey, when I got to town, you can blame Chuck Freeby because he's the one that trained me at WNDU 17 years ago. And then, of course, we hosted Countdown to Kickoff all those years together at WNDU. So it's great to actually work with you full time on an everyday basis. Finally, during this period of time, it's been a really awesome start, and I can't wait for the upcoming fall season.
Yeah, when we worked together at WNDU, of course, that was under the sports directorship of Jeff Jeffers, our great friend who was the sports director there for many years. You and I both looked a lot younger then, you especially. And at times we were in sync together because at times we would show up in the same tie.
And this was not planned for a Countdown to Kickoff. It made sense to have a blue and gold tie, but we did not plan it. But as it turns out, you still have that very jacket on as we speak, and I still have that tie. Thankfully, I didn't wear it today, but you know, it's we get along well. It shows the cooperation between the two of us that we kind of play off each other well, that we even think alike in terms of what wardrobe to wear.
And I think that showed up this spring as we added the spring sports to our TV46 schedule, something that we did with you coming over here in mind, but also the fact that we wanted to expand the offerings that we did. And I thought that was a very exciting package that we put together.
I think it was, and how many times each of us had heard from people going, man, that was a lot of fun to see track and field on the air, because sometimes when you go to a track and field event, it's 4 hours long. When you watch it on TV46, it's a nice crisp 2 hours, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And I think getting that on, along with girls soccer, baseball, softball, lacrosse, we had a little bit of everything, and we got to put a showcase on sports that don't normally get showcased, like football and basketball.
So we're not done adding things, and one of the things we're going to add this year is a show about high school football. It's called Drive to the Game. It's going to air on Pulse FM Friday nights while you're driving to the game from 6 to 6:30, and really kind of be a one-of-a-kind show in this area where we focus exclusively on high school football for a half hour.
Well, when you think about it, people are diehard football fans, and when they're driving to the game, why not get caught up on everything that is high school football? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to preview the TV46 game of the week, but we're also going to have other interviews to highlight what else is going on, and then we'll give our picks, which means people are going to tweet at us, post on our Facebook pages, yelling and being upset with us when we get those picks right or wrong. But I have a pretty good history on those picks, so I will upset people, but I will be right.
Well, nothing new about you upsetting people. Meanwhile, that's Friday nights. Monday nights will be the Irish Football Fix. We haven't had a show dedicated to just Notre Dame football on Pulse FM, and this will adapt some of the things that you've done before with the interviews and the focus on faith segment.
Yeah, I mean, the difference for me, the last 5 years I was hosting a radio show Saturday morning on Notre Dame. Now it's Monday night, so it'll be more of a recap show feel. But one of the key components that does make this stand out from any other radio show or podcast about Notre Dame football, because there's a lot out there, as we know, is a faith-based interview, a long-form interview. So 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes if it warrants that, and it takes you beyond the football field. I like to call it the intersection of faith, family, and football.
Is there a memorable one of those that you've done that stands out to you?
Tim Brown was unbelievable from a few years ago. Tony Dungy was great the year he was the NBC broadcaster for Notre Dame games. And just last year, we got Monk Malloy on, and we had Lou Holtz on a few years back. So those are the ones that kind of stand out the most, that have really been heartwarming and just makes you realize it's about more than just football.
So that's on radio. But on TV, the meat and potatoes here at TV46 has been and will continue to be our high school game of the week. And what a schedule we have put together for the first 5 weeks of the high school football season here in Michiana. And you say, well, you said 5, but I see 7 games. Yeah, 2 of those weeks are double headers with games in both Michigan and Indiana. Michigan, because they want to avoid playing Labor Day weekend, moves games to Thursdays for the first 2 weeks, which allows us to show you multiple games in a week.
Yeah, and you start with a great rivalry game in LaVille Bremen, and then week 2 in Indiana, You got Mishawaka and Penn, the return of that great rivalry. They haven't played it in a while. I'm just fired up because I get to be on the sideline for games like that where there's probably going to be, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,000 people there. And to be on the sidelines for a game like Mishawaka Penn is going to be really exciting. And to be a part of TV46, got a taste of it with the spring sports. But again, high school football on TV46, there's nothing like it. And it's why we're the home for high school sports in Michiana. And I'm so fired up to be on with you and Bo this fall.
Yeah, Bo Hunt will be back with us. I believe this will be Bo's 18th season here at TV46. It'll be my 20th season of doing play-by-play, which kind of blows my mind a little bit, considering that that's more than half of my career of covering high school football has been here at TV46, but what a blessing it's been. Any particular team or player you're looking forward to seeing this season?
I think Northwood, and having Nitro Tuggle now back, can they make a run to win not only a sectional, regional, or a semi-state championship? Get down to Lucas Oil Stadium. They certainly have the title, certainly have the talent to do so. I think Northwood is the team, and I think Penn will be very interested to see if Penn can be Penn again this year. They have not been at that level the last few years, but I think they have the talent to perhaps make a deep playoff run themselves.
So just to recap, 2 brand new radio shows on Pulse FM, 92.1, 96.9, 103.1. Friday nights at 6, it's The Drive to the Game. And then Monday nights at 7, it's the Irish Football Fix. Of course, the 46 Game of the Week airs Friday nights at 11, Saturday mornings at 9 right here on TV46. And of course, we give you updates all throughout the week on our social media, at 46 Sports on Twitter, and the WHME-46 Sports pages on both Facebook and Instagram. For Angelo DiCarlo, it's Chuck Freeby. Thanks for watching Open for Business.
Hi friends, this is Stefan from Feed the Hungry. I'm at Mahega Primary School in the Ramwanja refugee camp, surrounded by a bunch of wonderful Congolese children. If you take a notice, you'll see their plates are empty right now. They are waiting for lunch. And that's why we really count on friends that are Full Life Monthly partners. It's important that these kids get a meal each and every day that they come to school. When the food's not here, the children aren't here either, and they miss out on class. They suffer physically, they suffer academically. When you become a Full Life Monthly partner, you're helping kids like these grow. They learn, they're healthy, and they love God because they can taste and see that the Lord is good. If you sow into the ministry of Feed the Hungry, think about making a monthly commitment. Thank you so much.
It's Chuck Freeby alongside Angelo DiCarlo, inviting you to join us each Monday at 7 p.m. beginning August 21st for a new Notre Dame football radio show on Pulse FM, the Irish Football Fix.
We'll get you up to speed on the state of the Irish each Monday during the season, because in college football, every week feels like its own season. Plus, we'll bring you an in-depth conversation centered around faith, family, and football.
The Irish Football Fix each Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. on Pulse FM starting August 21st.
Thanks for watching. If your business would like to be featured on an upcoming episode, email us at openforbusiness@WHME-TV46.com. We'll see you next time. We're open for business.